Hello! Welcome back to another video. I'm sorry it's been a while. Some events happened in my life, so I wasn't able to make videos. So anyway, we'll get right into the video. So this video, I'm going to be talking about the time I was literally attacked by people when I went public suiting. Back in 2016, so I had my very first fursuit I made. Looked like this. Very nice doggo. And anyway, I decided to go to the park down by my house because, I was like, oh, there's a bunch of kids there. They'll find it cool. I'll have a cool experience. My dad was going to go with me, so I had a handler. That was probably not the right thing to do. There was a lot of people at the park because there was like a soccer game going on nearby, and it was ridiculously hot, and there was a range of ages of people who were at the park. So it all began with me walking down from my house to this park. And I'm walking down, and the first thing I hear is someone yelling at me. And I couldn't tell from where, but I was like, I'll just ignore that because I don't know what's going on. So I continue to walk, and eventually I feel something like smack the side of my head. Now there's a lot of foam in suits and with the fur, so I couldn't hear very well, and I could barely even tell something actually hit me. And apparently I realized there was this one kid, the one that was shouting at me, with all his friends, had come over as I was walking across the field to get to the playground area. And I was with my dad too, except he was ahead of me. He was just going towards the game or whatever. And this kid started throwing rocks at me and sticks. This one kid threw his shoe at me, and they were yelling all kinds of things, very, very mean things, and it was crazy. I had not expected that because I was only exposed to what I saw in the media, and from what I saw when I was quite a bit younger, I assumed people would love the fursuit, and I assumed it'd be a nice experience. I could make people smile. I'd have fun. But no. I was very, very wrong and disappointed altogether. So yeah, this kid. So I kept walking. I was trying to ignore them. And I had other people shouting at me. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go this way, away from a lot of the people. And there was a bunch of kids and stuff. And I was like, oh, that'll be cool. I was waving to them, and a couple kids came. We played around and stuff. It was really fun, and it was wholesome. It was, they were having a great time. It was just playing around on the playground. Except that only lasted about 10 minutes before some of these kids decided to grab my tail and the tongue I had on the suit, the ears, they were poking at the eyes, ripping at the fur, pushing me, shoving me. It was hard for me to see and also to breathe. So it was all in all an awful, awful experience as I was trying to handle all these kids, and I wasn't trying to talk in suit and stuff either. And I was like, okay, guys, it's okay, relax. My dad was there too. He was my handler, but he didn't do anything. He was too busy watching the game going on. So that was not a great help. And then after all that, this man came up to me, and I'm 5'3". At the time I was only 5 foot. And I'm standing there, and this dude comes over, and he's a big guy, and I'm in suit, so I probably look bigger than I am, and I'm like, what? And he comes up and he's like, how old are you? What's your gender? And he kept asking me all these questions, and I was like, what? I don't know who you are. I'm not going to give that information to you, because I think he thought I was some pervert. And again, this was 2016, around when all those clowns were happening, where they were going and raiding parks and stuff. So bad on my end for planning wise when I went suiting, but I was a kid. I was so excited to just go show people the fursuit I made and make people happy, which I don't know, it didn't really happen, but I had a few really nice experiences, not gonna lie. I do have more pictures of this one really sweet girl. She loved my fursuit. I remember I was looking down, I was on my knees, and she came up to me, held my face, kissed the nose, and said, "You have beautiful eyes. You're really fun." And then she ran off and started playing with her friends, and I was like, oh, it was so adorable and precious. And so that was the best experience that happened besides getting attacked by all of these children and these kids. And it was very, very tiring, but it was a learned experience. I understood how people felt about me. I had other adults come up to me too, and they were just probably worried about their kids, which I understand. So that's why I never went suiting there again. But so that was the time when I got attacked. So I had shoes, sticks, rocks thrown at me. Someone kicked me at some point. People were trying to rip the head off, poking me eyes, everything you can imagine to ruin a suit they were doing to me. And I was just this little kid, like, so confused on why I was being treated this way. And eventually I just left my dad and I walked home alone because it was really hot. I was all beat up and stuff, and I was disappointed and sad. And so I went home, I took the head off, and I was just, it was not a good day for me. You know, I took a shower, and I remember standing in the water, just looking down at my feet, being like, I have made a very big mistake. And that's why that was one of the last times I ever public suited, back in 2016. So I like to stay indoors where it's safe, and over social media and stuff, people can't physically come up and punch me. So that's where I can be myself and be in a big tiger costume without having those issues. So anyway, that is the end of my story. I have plenty more crazy things that's happened to me other times I went suiting, so check back in for those, and thank you for watching. Bye!